Alright, so I'm back with another video. Right here, I guess we're going to talk about just basic guitar techniques for somebody that's trying to learn for when first picking up the instrument. I just wanted to share what I use to kind of make sure that my technique was as proper as it could be, so that I could get the most out of my quality practice. So I have this Jackson RR24 here, 24 frets. I'm sitting with it pretty much with the flying V. You have to sit classical style to make sure it'll stay upright to play. I got a little footstool here just to make sure it stays. And that style meaning that I have the guitar body right here, right in between my legs instead of on my right knee, which some people play like. And I think you get a more access all the way up to the top playing on the 20 to 24 here and the 1 to 4. That way you can make sure that all 4 fingers are always lined up with the frets when you're changing positions. I notice, you know, that's the best way to approach it for me. So I'm tuned to D standard, D, G, C, F, A, D. And that's what it is. So I just check it. I always check on my my 5s to make sure we're even. That's number 1. So just sitting like that would be how I would begin. The other thing is how you hold the pick. So when I tap, I tend to put it in my mouth and then I tap either like Eddie or I tap with the middle finger. I learned that from pretty much all the metal players, Kerry King, Andreas Kisser from Sepultura, guys like that. That's what I would do. So I decide, depending on what I'm doing, so that I can have that access and I don't have to hold it in any of my fingers here to do that quick, you know, tap to picking. The way I hold it is I use the picks. These are Clayton .80 millimeters. These are like the ones Kerry King uses. So that's pretty much, he's my main influence in rhythm. It'd be Kerry King or James Hetfield. So I use the pick that's really big and thick like them. I heard Yngwie Malmsteen uses a similar one like this, but it's a full 1.0, which is really thick. I like to have a little bit of flimsiness, just so that I can feel like I'm maneuvering it and smashing it myself, not that it's kind of pushing back against me. So that's why I prefer these. So I hold mine kind of like how Joe Satriani does. And what I would say is you put it like kind of like this, or hold it in there. So that's what I try to do, is to get it like that. I know Paul Gilbert and some of the great players, they do it where they have their little fingers all scrunched like this. I just never felt like that was comfortable. I learned to anchor, since I'm a metal player, to anchor here. And when I have these out of the way, it helps to get away from that. So that's what I do. Whether you're sweeping, playing, you know, just lead lines, or chunking. I notice if this is kind of like that, it stays more stiff and disciplined. So when I'm doing the palm mutes and anchoring the bridge, I also make sure that this fat part is right here up on the top 3, and then we adjust as we play, always being right over these little pieces here where the string ends at the top. So never touching the fine tuners and not really pressing down on it. It's like you're trying to float just like the bridge floats. So right where these little screws are, anchor screws are at, is where I would place it, right underneath the bottom of the pickup. So this is the EMG81. It's pretty fat, so it gives you a good area to hold it. So yeah, let me click on some of the gains so I could just put on some examples of what I do. I also start to, when I do a warm-up, I do just chords, like basic chords, E's, C's, G's, D's, A's, just to get like a warm-up of movement. Just trying to get the hands in sync.